Bring your sergeant, please. Now, please get off my property like I asked you, sir. Sir.
You're violating the law.
No, I'm not. I want your sergeant here. I want your sergeant here. I want your sergeant here. What? Sir, get off my property. I'm telling you.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Did you know that it was in police policy to identify when asked by the people? Not only are they supposed to identify, but if you ask for a supervisor, they're supposed to provide one for you. In this video, you're going to hear the man talk about the cops following him home, harassing him. Imagine calling the cops, folks, and they come to harass you instead. At this point, I would rather not call the cops at all. And as this cop follows this man onto his property, the man tells the cop several times to get off his property. And this is one of the things that I like to present on my channel, is the fact that you as a homeowner, or even as a renter, anybody that lives inside a home, you guys have the right to kick police off your property. You have the right to kick anyone off your property, for that matter. You guys, let's check out this video. We'll be pausing for some comments. I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Let's get right to it.
Sir.
You're violating the law.
No, I'm not. I want your sergeant here. I want your sergeant here. I want your sergeant here. What? Sir, get off my property. I'm telling you. Get off my property. What's your name and badge number, sir? What's your name and badge number, sir? Will you please get your sergeant down here to deal with this guy? He's out of control and he needs to go. I want your sergeant here. I'm requesting. No, this is out of control. He's threatening to arrest me.
Man, I gotta stop and say that it would have been real nice to see this man and this woman pull out their phones and start recording this police interaction. Come on, folks. Pull out your phones and record the police. I hope we get there someday, folks, where everybody knows to pull out their phones and start recording police. There were only a handful of channels like mine when I first started. Now we've got hundreds, if not thousands. Hopefully soon in the future, we will see millions.
No, they came here again threatening my kid at home.
No, that's not what it happened.
She said when my husband gets out, what did you heard it? What'd she say? Okay.
Let me explain something.
I want a captain. No, I can request him to come here and speak to me. Okay, then I'm done with you guys. You're dismissed. You guys are dismissed. I'm done with you guys. I am dismissed. Are you done with them?
Yeah, because you guys have...
Nope, you guys are doing nothing.
You guys have both...
Tell them to go home. They don't even live on this street. You made me come to my porch. Then this little boy followed me here, threatening to arrest me. And you're parked on the wrong side, and you're blocking a driveway. It's not okay. You guys don't want to help. Follow the laws, too. Tell them to go home after they threaten me. I'm not the one that runs around shooting people. They shoot over there all the time. Then she said, come over to Linden. What's that? That's a verbal threat.
Okay, you just called her a bitch and all over.
I don't give a shit.
Well, that's against the law, too.
No, it's not.
You can call somebody a bitch.
It is against the law.
I could call you an asshole.
That's fine, and I can arrest you.
No, you cannot, dude. It's first. Oh, my God. All right, we're done talking.
This cop just threatened to arrest this man for a First Amendment protected activity. And this is why we were able to point out the pattern of why this country is upside down, because of the government, because of police. They are not training police officers in the people's natural rights. All they're doing is training cops in brute force and compliance. But the people's natural rights mean everything to the foundation of freedom of this country. They should at least learn the 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment. Because if they would have learned that, this cop wouldn't have said this. The freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Freedom of speech is part of the First Amendment, and this cop is threatening to arrest this man.
I'm never going to ask for you guys' help again. Thanks for letting my kid get shot up. I'm sorry. No, you're not. You told me to go home under threat of arrest. Yo, you did. I wanted them to go home. I said, don't bring it to my house. It's bullshit. My kids don't go over there. They don't cause trouble. They don't do anything. And when I call you for help, what'd you tell me yesterday? Was your son with the Orby gun? No, he's not, because he's not a little dirtbag. And you guys are letting him get bullied. And then this little boy gonna threaten me. Don't ever threaten me again. And when I request your captain, you need to bring him. And I'm gonna make a report. All right? Right, making threats, and that's okay, right? I didn't threaten no one. I called her a bitch, and she's being an asshole for letting her kids do whatever they want.
She has a video of you trying to run kids over there.
But I didn't even go on.
And you were parked right here when I pulled into the driveway already.
No.
But it's just hard for us when we're screaming at each other.
And I'm sorry for getting upset. My kid got shot up getting off the bus.
I know. I was here.
How is that okay? And then they come here doing it again?
I'm not. They didn't shoot nobody today.
They had the guns out waiting.
Okay, because they played the game with all these guns. Okay?
All right, so if I just start shooting people up with a paintball gun, you're not doing nothing. You're not going to take it, right?
Show up and chase
Right?
and shoot at kids.
So if the people they're shooting at are not calling the police or don't have...
So I also got the bus garage footage of the bus when they snuck up, ambushing everyone on there, and everyone on the bus is scared. That's a game? That's what you just said, right? That's a game, is what you just said.
Listen, if nobody else is complaining about it and they're okay with it, that's up to them. It's the same thing.
It's not okay getting shot in the face with anything.
Okay, you guys are upset about that.
So why are you not doing anything?
Because he's 14.
I'm trying to explain this to you, but all we're doing is...
He's
And I told you I'm done, so you're dismissed. I got nothing to say to you.
Man, I'm so glad that this dude decided to go back in his house and close the door. I would not have been standing out there with these cops. I do have a recommendation. Get yourself one of the metal doors. They're not that expensive to install. And make sure that door is locked. If you're not telling the cops what to do, you shouldn't be talking to them at all. Don't forget that cops work for you. For some reason, cops think that they work for the government, not for you. People are losing trust in police every single day. But instead of cops taking any kind of responsibility, they blame the people for all the hate. But in many comments that we get in our videos, people understand that the cops earn the hate. The people are not hateful people, but the people do hate when cops disrespect them, scoff at the Constitution, act like you don't have any rights, and they are your supreme leaders. That shit is totally un-American. Now, folks, if you believe in the red, white, and blue, why the hell would you back the blue? They've desecrated our American flag. They have this mentality that it's us versus them. They are the ones that are bringing the civil unrest. Clearly, these cops are not there to help the man. They're there to bully him. And this man has had issues and has needed them in the past. You think this man's going to be calling the cops in the future? Hell no. And cops do like to propagate for you to see something and say something. Folks, I really do believe that we live in a time where we really need to get close to our families, our friends, and our neighbors. All this civil unrest that's going on out there is driving everybody apart from each other. Red versus blue, left versus right, gay versus straight, man versus woman, black versus white, young versus old, pretty versus ugly. I mean, come on, folks. We all gotta coexist here. How about we begin to respect each other, at least respect each other's natural rights? As long as you're not trampling over my rights, and as long as you're not creating a victim out of me, we have no issues. You can cuss me out, call me names, but just don't take anything from me, because I go tooth and nail for my shit. But folks, we've come to a point in time where cops are not really here to help us. If you really think about it, there's case law out there like Castle Rock v. Gonzalez, DeShaney v. Winnebago, that remind us that cops have no duty to protect us. So what are we paying them for? Officer safety? So that they could just want to go home at the end of the day? We're paying cops to protect cops? I know it sounds silly, but that's exactly what's happening, folks. The cops in this video were bullies. They had egos. They threatened to arrest a man for a lawful activity, and for that they get highlighted on this channel. Folks, go subscribe to this dude's channel. I'll drop the original channel link. Let's remind the cops in this dude's community that we the people are watching, and we're a big community and we keep growing. Like I said, we started with a handful of channels of people recording police and government, asking questions, holding them accountable, and then we've seen it spread like wildfire. Hundreds of new channels, if not thousands, not only in the United States, but in the UK, Canada, Australia as well. This is a growing phenomenon, folks, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. Binge watch our videos. You will learn from them. All right, folks, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.